exponent rules. You can also say that properties of exponent or exponent rules. The first one that we're going to talk is called product rule. Okay, DUCT, product rule. Product means multiply. Okay, it means if there are two exponents, suppose I have x to the power of m multiplied with x to the power of n. What's happening? X to the power m times x to the power n, and in case what will happen, x to the power m plus n. This is called product or multiply rule for the exponent. Let's have the examples here. We're going to have multiple examples. Suppose the first one I have 2 to the power of 3 times 2 to the power of 5. Then what will happen? You need to see that base need to be equal. X, base is same. Here 2 and 2 base is same. Then what you will do? 2 to the power of 3 times 2 to the power of 5 will be 2 to the power of 3 plus 5. So what is the answer here? 2 to the power of 8. Everyone understand? Let's have another example. Suppose I have x to the power of 2 times x to the power of 7. What will happen? X to the power of 2 plus 7, which implies that x to the power of 9. What will happen in this case if you have another one? X to the power of 3 times y to the power of 2. What are you gonna do? What will be the answer? What will be the answer? Look at here. In this case, you see what is the base here? X. What is the base here? Y. Understand? Different base, but product rule is only for the same base. So if you have different base, they cannot join together. So it will be always written like this: x to the power of 3 times y to the power of 2. They cannot join because the base are different. Understand? You understand? Let's have one more. 4. X to the power of 3 times x to the power of 7. What will happen? X to the power of, or suppose I give you x to the power of 3 plus 7, which implies that x to the power of 10. Second rule that we're going to learn is called quotient rule. Okay, this is the second one. Quotient means divide. Suppose I have here x to the power of m divided by x to the power of n. Then what will happen in this case? X to the power of m minus n. Understand? Same thing if it's written like this: x to the power m divided by x to the power n. Over means x to the power m over x to the power n means divide. Understand? Same thing, x to the power m minus n. That is our quotient rule, or we can call it division rule. Okay? Base need to be same. If base is different, we cannot do it. Let's see here examples. Example, suppose I have one. A to the power of 5 over a to the power of 3. What will happen in this case? A to the power of 5 minus 3, which implies that a to the power of 2. Let's have another example. will happen if you have 3 to the power of 5 divided by 3 to the power of 2 means 3 to the power of 5 minus 2, which implies that 3 to the power 3, or if you change it 3 times 3 times 3, that is 27. If I have x to the power of 9 divided by x to the power of 3, what will happen? X to the power of 9 minus 3, x to the power of 6. Let's have another example. If I have fourth one, suppose I got x to the power of minus 7 divided by x to the power of 2. What will happen in this case? X to the power minus 7 minus 2, which implies that x to the power minus 9. Understand? Everyone understand? Everyone understand?
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's have one more example here. Suppose I have 2 to the power of 11 divided by 2 to the power of 5. What will happen? 2 to the power of 11 minus 5. This is minus, please. (11 minus 5), which implies that 2 to the power 6. Understand? Or if you solve it, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 64. Third one that we're gonna talk is power rule. What is power rule means? If you have x to the power m and then another power n, in this case what happens? X to the power of m times n, or people also call it x to the power mn. Mn means m times n. Let's see how to use this by example. We're gonna have some examples. Suppose I have the first example, that is, if you have 2 to the power of 3, okay, to power of 2, what will happen in this case? 2 to the power of 3 times 2. Understand? It will be 2 to the power 6.
Yes.
Last time what happens when you have 2 to the power 3 times 2 to the power 2, then 3 plus 2. But here we have power rule. 2 to the power 3 to the power of 2, so 3 times 2, 2 power 6 become. Understand? Let's do have, suppose I have a to the power m to the power n. So what will happen? A to the power m times n. It means a to the power m n. Third one, if I have p to the power 4 to the power of 7, it means p to the power of 4 times 7, which implies that p to the power of 28. Understand? Let's have one more example. If I have p to the power of 2 to the power of minus 3, what will happen? P to the power of 2 times minus 3. It means p to the power of minus 6. Fourth one is expanded power. Don't worry about the names. You don't have to remember the name. You just need to know how to use it. Okay? This is E. If you have xy to the power of m, what will happen? It will distribute to both. M will go to x also and m will go to y also. So what will happen? x to the power m, because x times y, right? xy means x times y. Understand? So x to the power m times y to the power m. That is expanded power rule. Okay. Now we have one more. If you have, this is multiply. What about if you have divide x over y to the power m? Then what will happen? X to the power m divided by y to the power m. Understand? Let's have examples here. Suppose I have uh, x y to the power of 3, then what will happen? X to the power 3 times y to the power 3, or x to the power 3 y to the power 3. 2. If you have a b, right, to the power of 5, what will happen? A to the power of 5, b to the power of 5. Third, if you have a over b to the power of 3, in this case what will happen? A to the power 3 and over b to the power 3. Understand? Let's have fourth one.
Yes.
What about if I have a power 2, b power nothing, and to the power 3? What will happen? Look at here. When you have x, y to the power 3, what happened? X to the power 3. Why? Because what is the power here? X to the power 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Nothing means power 1. Understand? Hello, everybody? Look at here. There's a note I want to understand. If I write x, what is the power of x? What is the power of x? Can you tell me? What is the exponent of x? Power means exponent. What is the exponent of x? Here, what is the exponent of x here? What is the exponent of x here? 3, right? Everyone, give me the answer. Here, the exponent of 3 is, exponent of x is 3. Exponent of x, y is 3. In this case, exponent of a is 5. What about this? If I write x, what is the exponent of x? Anyone gonna give me answer? Come on, Baitai. Baitai, are you there? What is the exponent of x here? In this case, I'm asking here, suppose I write x times x, x times x. Here, go to eraser and use this. I write here x times x. What is the exponent will be? X times x means x to the power of 2. So what is the exponent here? Come on, give me the answer. I'm asking to you. What is the exponent here?
2.
2. Because x is multiplying how many times? 2 times.
2.
So if I write only x, what is the exponent of x? Only 1, because x is
1.
multiplying how many times? 1 time. So same here, when we have xy means x to the exponent of 1, or x to the power of 1, and y to the power of 1. So when you do it, what's happening here? 3 will go here and 3 will go here. So first we have x to the power of 1, and then multiply with 3 become x to the power 3. Y to the power of 1 multiply with 3 become y to the power of 3. Now, in this case, what we have here? A to the power of 2. So we'll write a to the power of 2 and then it will go 3. Understand? And b to the power of 3. So what will happen here? A to the power of 2 to the power 3 means 2 times 3, b to the power 3. What's happening here now? A to the power 2 times 3 is 6, b to the power 3. Everyone understand?
Yes.
Yes, because when it's called expanded power rule, means it will go to both. We have a to the power 2, 3 will go here. B doesn't have 1, so b will be 3. 2 times 3 is 6 and b to the power 3. So a to the power 6, b to the power 3. Fifth one that we're going to talk is zero exponent. You know zero exponent rule, right? I explained yesterday. If you have anything and that has power 0 will be 1. Understand? Many of the students, they have the problem, this one, understanding that if I write x is never equals to x to the power 0, because this x means x to the power 1. Understand? So if you write x power 0, it's become 1. If you write a power 0 become 1. If you write 2 power 0 becomes 1. Understand? Anything has power 0 becomes 1. If you have 9 to the power 0, it's become 1. That is called zero exponent rule. Understand? Copy this one. But remember, x is never like x to the power 0. It's not equal, because x means x to the power 1, not 0. Negative exponent rule says first one is, if you have x to the power minus m, what will happen? 1 over x to the power m. Everybody remember? We talked about this yesterday, right? Now, what's happening when you have negative? It goes in denominator and become positive, right? Same, if you have x to the power 1 over, sorry, give little bit distance here, or maybe right here. Now you have, if 1 over x to the power minus m. Look at it, what happened when you have minus m here, x to the power minus m, and it's changed 1 over x to the power m. Now we are having denominator here, x to the power 1 over x to the power minus m. So it can be changed to x to the power of m. Understand? Did you see that? Everyone? Did you see that?
Yes.
If you have x to the power minus m, it can be written 1 over x to the power m, because if you have negative exponent, it can be sent to denominator and it will be positive. What's happening here? If denominator has the negative exponent, it will go to numerator and it will change to positive. That is the first thing. Now I want to add some more thing about it. Okay, let's talk about this. If I have x over y, it's a fraction and the whole fraction has minus n, then what will happen in this case, right? Then if you have any fraction that has negative exponent, then what will happen? You change denominator to numerator and numerator to denominator, y over x, and then it will be positive n. That is the third one. That is negative exponent says. Understand? Keep in your mind, and let's have 3 examples here. Example. First one, if I have 2 to the power minus 3, it can be written 1 over 2 to the power 3, or we can write 1 over 8. Understand? Let's have second example. Suppose I have 1 over 3 to the power of minus 2. It can be written 3 to the power 2. It means 9. Third example, let's have. Okay. If you have 2 over 3 to the power of minus 3, it means it can be written 3 over 2 to the power of 3. It means when you have fraction and power, then it can be written 3 power 3 power rule, 2 power 3. It means 27 over 8. Understand?